Have questions about your pets? Looking for your next forever friend? We've got you covered. This is Pet Connection with Energy 95.3. Now, here's Erik Fox.
A very happy Wednesday morning. What's going on? My name is Erik Fox here at Energy 95.3, joined as always here for Pet Connection by the amazing team over at Kern County Animal Services. Nick and Angela join us once again. And I wish people really could see what happens right before we go live here for these, because we just had this thump, thump, thump sound happen. And that thump, we found out, was actually a tail wagging and excitement coming from our first visitor today, Billy Bob. Nick, Angela, what can you tell us about good old Billy Bob?
Well, Billy Bob is 11 months old. He's a pretty decent-sized dog right now, but he's going to get bigger. So people have got to make sure that they have enough room for him to run. He is full of energy. But he still has the puppy stage, so he likes to chew on fingers. And he's learning how to sit as we were sitting here waiting to come on. So he's eager to please, and he loves to give kisses.
And he has what we would call, what you referred to, Erik, we call it happy tail. Slap his tail all over.
That thump of happiness for sure. Now, you were saying he's been very good with dogs and people so far as well, right?
Yeah, he has a roommate that is another younger dog, and actually half his size, and they get along great. They like to cuddle. Every morning that I come in, they're asleep on the bed together. And he was greeting all the dogs as we were walking through the kennels to get back here, and he's really, really intrigued by all of these people in the office today.
Beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah, love that. Love the coloring too. The coloring is just amazing. It's almost like a cow spotted, but it's gorgeous. I love that. You're saying he needs room to grow and explore. So what kind of things should you prepare for, maybe for your home, if Billy Bob, because Billy Bob's still a puppy. He's a good size, but he's still got a lot of room to go, right?
Yeah, he's definitely going to need lots of toys to keep him busy and that he can chew on. That way he doesn't destroy things that you like.
Yeah, I think that's a common complaint that we get. A common obstacle to long-term pet ownership is the need that the dogs have, especially puppies, for enrichment in their lives and engagement to keep them active, throughout the day. Most shelter dogs are going to be like any other dog you see, puppies especially, in that they have a lot of energy, and if they don't have an outlet for that energy, that's when you start seeing that behavior that you don't want, which is the chewing on furniture, marking in the house, vocalizing, barking and howling a lot, that separation anxiety. But if you can manage to keep your puppy stimulated throughout the day, that might mean going out for a run at the end of the day or a walk at the end of the day if it's not too hot, or just playing with them in the backyard. All those things help defray some of that negative behavior.
You're definitely seeing a lot of love and a lot of just a people-pleasing kind of animal there, where he just wants to be petted, loved, and cuddled, and like we've always said, every dog's a lap dog as long as it fits on the lap, and he's definitely working on that.
They think that.
We got the information right there on the screen. Billy Bob is A114-2475. We also have the phone number scrolling down there at the bottom, 868-7120. Billy Bob, a lot of puppy energy, a lot of love. I mean, we saw it because we connect about 5-10 minutes before we go live for this, and for that 5 and 10 minutes, he was just exactly what you're seeing on the screen. So if you're seeing him where he's in a shelter environment, when you bring him home, bring him all that love, you're just going to get a lot of love and a lot of pets and a lot of just amazingness with Billy Bob there.
Yep, that's Billy Bob.
A114-2475. That number, once again, 868-7120. Angela's going to go prepare and get our next guest in. Nick, we were talking about this before we went live. Just like Billy Bob, we talked about last time, large breed dogs really are really needing some help from our community right now, right?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, large breed dogs, just the simple truth about it is they're more of a commitment physically, resource-wise. It takes a lot more food to feed a large breed dog. It takes a lot more strength and training to maintain a large breed dog. So consequently, those are the animals that are a little bit more difficult for us to place. A lot of folks are looking for puppies. They're looking for small breed dogs, something that's less, I guess, resource intensive. So large breed dogs are hard for us to place. It's not that we see much more large breed dogs than small breed dogs. It's that they stay in the shelter longer because most people are looking for smaller breed dogs, and it's understandable. If you live in a house that maybe doesn't have a secure backyard, or maybe your property owner or your HOA or your landlord won't allow a large breed dog. We understand that, but if you have the resources, if you have the home, if you have the family in the yard for it, large breed dogs are in demand, need to be in demand at the shelter. We have plenty of them, and there are a lot of them. We can tell you a lot about them, how they behave around other dogs, what kind of traits that we've seen in them, and how we can help you to be successful with a large breed dog. Any way we can help, we'd be willing to answer those questions. But yes, large breed dogs are certainly in need of homes at not only our shelter, but probably most shelters in Kern County.
They're bigger dogs, but they got a lot more love to give you. So that's definitely something to definitely think about. And, you do have the fostering program available too. So we do have people in which maybe are curious and want to do it and maybe afraid to take that step. That could be a first little foot in the doorstep to how you can help these precious creatures in our community.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we get that folks are fearful of adopting because they want to adopt an animal that they're going to keep forever. They don't want to adopt an animal and then have to return it to the shelter. I think most people are kind-hearted like that, and they savor rescuing an animal, and the last thing they want to do is bring it back. So they're fearful of making that long-term commitment, and we get that. But that's why we have a foster program. Pretty much all of our animals are available for a foster. And if you don't know what foster is, the difference between adoption and foster is that we like to believe that adoption is permanent and foster could be temporary. So it's sort of like a test drive. We try to match your level of activity in your family, maybe what type of dog you're looking for. And if you're willing to foster either through a weekend or just a couple of days here or there, it might be a good way for you to see if one of our pets is a good match for your family. And if it works out, and it seems to be something that you want to make a long-term commitment for, then it can transfer to an adoption. So foster is important, especially for large breed dogs.
And our community has a lot of pet love, so let's definitely get the big dogs with all of that big love ready to get into a nice home where they can thrive just like they deserve to be. Speaking of another friend that we have joined us on the screen, we already had the information right there. This is Mamacita. I love that name, by the way. But let's meet Mamacita. What can you tell us about Mamacita?
I'm gonna have Marissa talk to us about Mamacita because it's one of her favorites.
So she's 8 years old. She is deaf, but she doesn't get spooked easily. You can go right up to her, love on her. Very social. She gets along well with both big and small dogs. She's not much of a player. She'll try to play, but she crashes easily and wants to take a nap. So if you're looking for someone who wants to just cuddle with you or a nice little couch pet, she would be perfect.
Now, Mamacita, you said it is deaf, so it may have a couple extra things that you need to consider. Is there anything special that maybe people should be looking at and knowing when going into a situation like this?
Yeah, I think with anybody that might own a dog that's hard of hearing or that has complete hearing loss, there's some concerns that you want to look out for. And those are, a dog's normal flight mechanism when they hear a loud noise, that they're not going to have that. It's if your dog that's hard of hearing or or completely deaf is in the front yard with you and roams off into the street or something like that, and somebody honks a horn, they're not going to hear those things. They're not going to have that recognition of danger like a dog with normal hearing would. So they take a little bit of extra care just to keep an eye on them. But like Marissa was saying, I mean, Mamacita she's a sweet girl, and the hearing loss doesn't prevent her from being a normal dog. But there are some minor precautions you want to take with Mamacita with the hearing loss, or any dog with hearing loss. But it doesn't prevent her from living out a real happy and fulfilled life. And
Marissa, you're saying Mamacita has played well with good or big and small dogs. So someone who maybe has dogs already in their home, this would be a great thing to add to that love and that environment, right?
Yes, she would. She was more interested in the bigger dogs, but she likes small dogs as well. Most of the time when we have her out, she's finding a corner to sleep in since she tires out easily.
Mm-hmm.
And but she's very social. She'll go up to other dogs. She has no problem being around other dogs, getting in the pool with them we have here. She's just a big ball of fun.
And she does.
Yeah, I got a picture of Mamacita yesterday and hanging out in the kiddie pool, having a great old time. So you get the kiddie pool and you got Mamacita all happy, and of course giving you lots of love and some great things to think about with the hearing loss. But it's also a lot of love to give, and it's definitely a different environment. But I think it's something in which is so special and so unique that Mamacita deserves that home to grow and thrive in for sure.
Definitely.
Do you want to put the information back on the screen? I did take it down because Mamacita was kind of hanging out on the left side there. It's A114-3124 is Mamacita. Just a beautiful, beautiful dog. Just wants to cuddle with you. I mean,
Yes, she does.
chill out, put on Disney Plus, put on Hulu, put on whatever you want to put on. Mamacita is just going to be that little lap dog for you, ready to enjoy and spend lots of love with. Love it. Do you want to mention once again, we saw Billy Bob before. Let me put Billy Bob's information back up. It's A114-2475 and change it over to Mamacita, which is who you have on the screen right there, just chilling and the happiest can be, hanging out with Nick right now. A114-3124. Nick, Angela, Marissa over at Kern County Animal Services. I always appreciate these times because we get to find some animals that deserve that home, and our community just has so much love to give. So I know we're definitely going to get them some love and get them a brand new home. I love that so much.
Yeah, we agree. As always, Eric, thank you so much for giving us the ability to promote some of these shelter animals. And I think we've said it before. Sometimes we get the question, don't you guys have anything other than, big blocky headed type dogs? So the answer is yes. But the reason why in a venue like this that you see large breed sort of blocky headed type dogs, because those are the animals that need a little bit of extra marketing. So pets like Mamacita and like Billy Bob, they just need a little bit of effort on our our part to present them to the community to make a case of why they should get a home. So the shelter's open normal business hours, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Wednesdays 2 to 7. Come down and see what we have available for adoption. We promise you we'll be able to satisfy your need for a four-legged family member if you so have.
Love that. We do have the information scrolling at the bottom of the screen if you want to get more information. 868-7120, KernCountyAnimalServices.org. And of course, your Facebook page is always a great way to connect with you guys as well, and all the things that you're doing for our community. We always appreciate it. I know that's something which really haven't said enough here, but thank you so much to the entire team over there for everything you do for these animals in our community. And let's get these Mamacita, Billy Bob, and everyone else. Let's clear the shelter out. I know we can do it as a community. So if you're watching, go check them out and, bring home a new forever friend, because they're going to give you a lot of love that's going to be there forever. Thank you so much, Nick, Angela, Marissa. I appreciate the time once again, as always. And this has been another edition of Pet Connection with Energy.